Hey everyone, this is Matthew Kent, and welcome to Theology on the Ground. And this is the daily thought from my quiet time. So today we're in 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 17. As for the rich in this present age, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. Charge them not to be haughty, nor to set their hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God. I love the way the scriptures are always pointing us back to God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy, right? So God's the giver of every good gift, and amen. Let's remember that, be grateful for that. They are, speaking of the rich in this present world, they are to do good, to be rich in good works, to be generous and ready to share, thus storing up for themselves treasure as a good foundation for the future, so they may take hold of that which is truly life. So there's that which is truly life that's still ahead of us on earth. We're working towards that, but we're not there yet. And so we're to do good, to be generous and ready to share. I've done videos on this. I've done blog posts on this before. It's so important. Generosity is a hallmark Christian virtue. Even in this passage, we see that God is the one who richly provides us with all things to enjoy. So generosity is this, part and parcel of God's character. The phrase I wanted to come back to, though, is this phrase, the rich in this present age. There's this weird tendency that for all of us, we're not rich, right? Rich is the next guy, the guy in the bigger house, or, if you have a Toyota, rich is the guy in a Mercedes, and if you have a, Mercedes, rich is the guy with the, custom, garage with 12 cars or whatever. If you're rich, you have a really nice apartment, then, you think rich is the person that has the condo. If you have the condo, you think richest person that has the house. If you have a house, you think richest person that has the mansion. Whew. Anyways, we all think the next guy is rich. We're not rich. I'm just going to submit to you. If you live in America, you're rich. Period. Like, dude, you have an iPhone. What are you doing? I'm not rich. There's a really great website. It's called globalrichlist.com. You can go there. I just went there. You can put in by either wealth or by income, either how much you have or how much you make, and you can see where you rank in the world. And so, for instance, I have a very modest salary, and in one sense, it looks like I am, there's a lot of people ahead of me. It tells you how many people are ahead of you. There's 27,978,113 people ahead of me. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So, hey, I'm not rich, right? I'm just, I'm behind all these other people. But the problem is there's like 8 billion people in the world. So when you look at it in terms of percentages, which is much more helpful, I'm in the top 0.5% of people in the world right now. So you always hear, in politics about, that wicked 1% that, is ruining everything for everybody. You're the wicked 1%. You're sitting there shaking your hand. There's all these people making billions of dollars a year. And there's people around the world shaking their hands at you saying that wicked 1% taking more than their fair slice. Of course, that's the difference between a cake mindset and a candle mindset. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a link to that video too. That's a very important concept. But it's outside the scope of what we're talking about now. What we're talking about right now is you are incredibly rich. And not just in the world today, but think about the context of the world as a whole, all of world history, right? So Solomon was, at the time that he lived, the richest person that ever lived. I'm just going to point out the obvious. Solomon did not have an iPhone. Solomon did not have air conditioning. Solomon did not have a motor vehicle to drive around in, or access to a motor vehicle. Your life is more rich and abundant than 99.9999999% of people who have ever lived. And chances are you're richer than probably at least 99%, maybe 99% and a half like me if you have an entry-level business job. 99.5% of all people that have ever lived, I am richer than. So you got to be generous, ready to share, rich in good works. I've posted other videos about how to grow in generosity. Hopefully those are useful to you. But hopefully I just this video serves as a helpful reminder and sort of a mindset shift that, hey, you are rich. Start acting like it. Blessings.